Myth number 2 comes from ancient Egypt and involves a magical mathematical formula. According to some, the pyramids incorporate a sacred geometry, which helped to preserve the mummified remains of the pharaohs. Furthermore, they claim that this mystical math can work modern miracles, like keep fruit fresh or razor blades sharp. Apparently, they can even reinvigorate an overworked Mythbuster.
You know, normally we try and stay away from some of the oogie boogie myths, but it's time to go attack pyramid power. It is reputed to do everything from keep your razors sharp to keeping your milk and fruit fresh. And I think you two are the perfect people to take this test and see what we can do with it.
Well, as a true scientist, you do have to walk in with an open mind, without any preconceived notions, and put it to a very rigorous testing.
You guys are going to have to build a whole bunch of pyramids in a very short period of time. All right, I'm going to go back to sleep.
Nighty-night.
So, can the build team crack this cosmic code?
Where is that formula?
First, they must erect their own pyramids by following the instructions of New Age mythmongers.
That doesn't make sense.
It's all as clear as mud, so they decide to seek enlightenment from someone who walks the walk, true believer Jerry Tomlinson.
Okay, Jerry, so you're our self-proclaimed pyramid freak. We got lots of questions.
Okay. So you're totally convinced that there is power with these pyramids?
Oh, yeah. A guy in Czechoslovakia patented the Cheops razor blade sharpener. And he put razor blades under it, and they would dull razor blades, and they would be sharper, you know. And I tried it once. I did it. Left it there for about a week and put it in. It seemed to be sharper.
Not that convincing, eh, Tori?
Do you think that the materials that the pyramid are made from have any effect on the experiment?
Well, copper is a real cool metal, but it's supposed to work. Yeah, maybe.
So I've.
But excuse me. No. I've been told that that's not true, because you can do it. Just the shape is maybe what you use has some effect, but I think it's primarily the shape.
The build team leaves Jerry a little older, but none the wiser.
Look, you guys, we just got our mail order pyramid.
Is this the one that's supposed to sharpen razor blades?
This is the one.
Wait a minute.
I think we've been had.
How much did we pay for this?
$38. I think we're the suckers.
Back at the shop, there's been a delivery. But if it does keep fruit fresh and razors sharp, $38 is money well spent. While apparently the material doesn't affect the pyramid's power, the dimensions do. For maximum potency, the model must be an exact scale of Egypt's Golden Pyramid. And this one, well, looks a little wonky.
I mean, here's our pyramid. Do you feel any power? Come here.
Don't point it at me. Don't aim it at me.
Come here. Let's put it over your head. Do you feel lightheaded?
Mummified?
I'm reading your thoughts right now.
And Tori's thinking that pyramid power could be a long way off. The build team is testing the myth that pyramids have strange powers of preservation. They'll build 4 scale models in which they'll place some milk, half an apple, half a razor, and half a flower. The other halves, the controls, will sit outside the pyramids. According to the myth, their models must have pyramid-perfect dimensions to ensure any cosmic power is cranked up to the max.
Hey, Tori, it is going to be a golden pyramid.
And apparently, for the sharpest razors and freshest fruit, the pyramids must align with magnetic north. The build team really is doing all they can to test this loopy legend.
Should we cut these flowers off, put one in and one out?
Actually, we're going to take one of the flowers and we're going to slice it in half.
Carrie slices a rose with a razor, while Tori goes overboard on an apple with a chop saw. It's a clean cut, perfect, with a dirty blade. Hardly a laboratory dissection. Carrie also sets up the milk for the preservation test, before moving on to something sharper.
I am dulling this razor so I can stick it into the pyramid and sharpen it.
The team places 1/2 of each item inside the pyramids, 1/3 of the way up. That's the location of the king's burial chamber in the real thing, and supposedly the locus of maximum power. Now, let the rotting commence. But first, another slightly more involved experiment.
Well, we're going to get Tori all shaved up with a razor designated for each side of his face. And then we're going to stick one of these inside the pyramid to see if possibly it gets sharper or gives him a cleaner shave on a daily basis.
So, for the next 2 weeks, Tori's going to be shaving for science.
All right, so I've shaved it about the same on each side. They're about the same dullness. So we're gonna stick this one in the pyramid, this one outside of the pyramid, see if this one gets any sharper.
Like everything else, they're aligned to magnetic north and boosted in height. Now, the waiting begins.
For the sake of science,
Yes.
keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
The build team are testing whether pyramids have mystical powers. Can they really keep fruit fresh and razors sharp? While they wait for things to rot or not, Tori's off to the barber's.
Oh, this is not cool.
Do you think it's me or the razor?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're done on that side.
Pyramid side done, but the torture continues with the control. So, was there a difference?
The left side definitely felt duller
Really?
than the right side. I'm just glad this whole experience is over.
The left side was duller? Well, maybe there is something to pyramid power after all. Let's check up on the rest.
Something about rotting milk and rotting apple that just grosses me out.
The milk's turning to cheese, but that's not all that's happening.
The apple in this one is actually rotting at a slower rate than that one.
I know. Feel the power, man.
I don't know. I'm so bummed. This Oogie Boogie stuff is actually working.
Like it or not, the apples are rotting at different rates. Is this pyramid power at work? Or has the apple experiment gone pear-shaped? Time to consult an Egyptologist.
What do you know about the power of the pyramid?
Well, the myth is that the shape itself was part of the process of preserving the body of the king. And by extension, I suppose there are people who think that it preserves just about anything placed inside of it. As far as I know, in ancient Egyptian thinking, there's no evidence that they thought about that at all.
Could the mummy's curse spell the end for pyramid power? Dr. Manning reckons that it's mummification that preserved the bodies of Egyptian kings, not the shape at all. So how's the apple getting on?
Well, it's been 15 days.
This one is definitely rotting at a slower rate than this one.
The pyramid apple defies logic. It's kept its color, its shape, and it's mold-free.
Flowers seem to be doing the same thing. They're both dried out. There's no real difference. I don't see any difference.
And how about the milk?
Oh my God! There's like little critters. There's little critters crawling around in there. Yeah.
Is there any in those?
Yeah, they're little maggots.
Milk maggots are Mother Nature's use-by date, but razor blades can be tested with technology.
We've brought our razor blades here to the California Academy of Sciences to see if we can put them under the electron microscope, see if the pyramid has had any effect on them. Hi, Scott.
Hi,
Carrie, I'm with the Mythbusters.
glad to meet you.
Scott's a guru of the electron microscope. First, the control razor at 2,500 times magnification.
It's just hard to believe that this little forest right here is the edge of a razor blade.
The roughness means the razor's edge is blunt. So what about the pyramid razor?
They look pretty much identical to me.
Side by side, photos show how similar they are. At 3 magnifications, they're almost identical. And they're